from what Rachel's point there about failing fast and also, reacting to both the wins and the losses, how do you make sure you're set up to do that well? Because I run a media business and sometimes I can look at a lot of numbers and sometimes I'm not always sure what numbers mean we should change and pivot and evolve. I mean, we can do some testing and see what happens, but what's your view on just how you set yourself up internally to make sure you've got the right structure in place to make sure you can evolve and adapt quickly when you start to see the right data points coming through?
It takes a results focus and a preference towards action, right? And constantly assessing that and marrying that up. Are we getting the results we want? If so, okay, what action do we take to reinforce that? If we're not, what action do we take to change that? And then building that structure, both from how you're getting data, how you're analyzing it and using it, but then also the team that you're using, because you want a team around you that is conducive to that, right? You don't want to be fighting the whole change aspect. So understanding like what types of people you need, what types of behavioral characteristics, what type of cognitive types of characteristics your people need to have, and building that in to your team building it into your talent acquisition types of strategies so that you're not always fighting that. Right. So a small group of leadership wants to be able to be agile and move, but the team itself isn't. And so now you're spending all this time and effort trying to figure out how do we, engagement strategies and communication strategies. And while those will always be somewhat important and present, it's so much easier when you're able to, build that team and build that structure and build your decision making and kind of action taking processes around, again, focusing on those results and being able to quickly either reinforce your successes or learn from the things that aren't working and then pivot to another course of action.